Admiral Jake Morrison stood on the bridge of his flagship, watching the stars through the wide window. The Earth Defense Fleet moved in perfect formation around him. 50 ships, all painted in the blue and white colors of Earth. They looked strong, but Jake knew they were not enough. "Admiral, we have a message from the Galactic Council," said Captain Lisa Ward. She was young, but smart. Jake trusted her more than most officers twice her age. "Put it on screen," Jake said. The alien face of Ambassador Vexitar appeared. The Zenthari had gray skin and 4 eyes that never blinked. Jake had never liked the way they looked at humans, like they were studying bugs. "Admiral Morrison," Vexitar said in his cold voice, "the Council has made a decision. Earth must reduce its military presence in the Sol system. You have too many ships." Jake felt his jaw tighten. "Our ships defend our home. We have the right to protect ourselves. The Council believes Earth is becoming aggressive. Your military growth concerns us." The screen went black. Jake stared at the empty space where the alien's face had been. Lisa moved closer to him. "What do you think, Admiral?" she asked. "I think they're scared of us," Jake said quietly. "And that makes me worried." On Earth, Ambassador, Kate Brooks sat in her office reading the same message. She had spent 10 years working with the aliens. She believed they could solve problems by talking, not fighting. But this message made her nervous. She called General Rick Stone. His face appeared on her screen, and he looked angry. "They want us to cut our fleet in half," Kate said. "I told everyone this would happen," Rick said. "The aliens never wanted us as equals. They wanted us as pets." "Don't say that. We can work this out." "Kate, I've been watching them for 20 years. They smile and talk nice, but they never trusted us. Why do you think they always have 3 times more ships than us at every meeting?" Kate ended the call and looked out her window at the city below. Humans walked the streets, living their lives in peace. They had no idea that their place in the galaxy was being questioned. In his secret laboratory, Dr. Ryan Cross worked on things the Council was not supposed to know about. He had been developing new weapons for 5 years, not because Earth wanted war, but because Rick Stone had asked him to be ready. "Just in case," Rick had said. "Just in case they turn on us." Ryan looked at his latest creation, a plasma cannon that could cut through any known alien ship armor. He hoped he would never need to use it. His computer made a soft sound. Someone was scanning the Sol system with advanced sensors. Ryan frowned and ran the data through his programs. The energy pattern was not human. "Computer, identify the source," he said. "Unknown alien technology, stealth capable. Location, near Jupiter." Ryan's blood went cold. Someone was spying on them. 3 billion miles away, Captain Zethkar of the Zenthari scout ship watched Earth's fleet through his instruments. His ship was invisible to human sensors, or so he thought. "How many ships do they really have?" asked his second officer. "More than they show us," Zethkar said. "But not enough to fight the Council. The humans are weak. They spend too much time talking and not enough time preparing for war." "What about their technology?" "Basic. Nothing we cannot handle. The Vorthon and Kalian fleets will help us when the time comes. The humans will surrender quickly." But Zethkar was wrong about being invisible. On Earth, alarms started ringing in the Defense Command Center. "General Stone, we have a problem," said his aide. "Dr. Cross detected an alien ship near Jupiter. It's been watching us for hours." Rick Stone stood up fast. "Get me Admiral Morrison, now." On his flagship, Jake received the call. His face became hard when he heard the news. "An alien ship spying on us," he said to Lisa. "And they want us to reduce our fleet. What are your orders, Admiral?" Jake thought for a moment. If he sent ships to investigate, the aliens might say he was being aggressive. If he did nothing, they would keep spying. "Send the ESS Thunder to check it out. Tell Captain Wells to be careful but firm." The ESS Thunder was one of Earth's newest ships. Captain Dan Wells commanded it with a crew of 300. When they reached Jupiter, they found nothing. "The alien ship ran away when we got close," Wells reported. "But I found energy traces. Someone was definitely here." The next day, the Galactic Council sent another message. This time it was not just Vextar. Leaders from all 3 major alien races appeared on the screen. Earth has sent warships to investigate peaceful council vessels, said the Vorthon representative. This shows aggressive behavior. You were spying on us, Kate Brooks said from her office on Earth. We were conducting routine patrols. Your response was hostile. Admiral Morrison watched from his ship. He could see the lies in their alien faces. General Stone was right. They had never been friends. The Council demands that Earth's fleet be reduced immediately, the Kalian leader said. You have 1 week to comply. The transmission ended. Jake Morrison looked at his officers. They all had the same expression. They knew war was coming. Get me the president, Jake said. It's time to tell him the truth about our situation. That night, President Carol Mitchell met with her top military advisors. They sat around a long table in a secure room deep under the White House. How bad is it? She asked. General Stone answered first. They're planning something. The spying. The demands to reduce our fleet. The way all 3 races are working together. They're preparing to move against us. Can we defend ourselves? Admiral Morrison spoke carefully. With our current fleet, we can make them pay a price, but we cannot win a long war against the entire council. The president looked at each man and woman at the table. Then we need to be smarter than them. Dr. Cross smiled for the first time in days. I think we can do that, Madam President. Outside, the stars looked the same as always, but everything had changed. Earth was no longer safe. The aliens who had promised friendship were preparing for war. The trap was being set, but Earth was not as helpless as their enemies believed. 2 weeks after the spy ship incident, a golden message crystal arrived at Earth's embassy. Ambassador Kate Brooks held it in her hands, watching the alien symbols glow. What does it say? Asked her assistant. Kate read the translation on her screen. The Galactic Council invites Earth's fleet to joint training exercises in the Kepler system. They want to improve cooperation between our forces. She should have felt happy. Instead, she felt worried. Admiral Jake Morrison received the same message on his flagship. He called his officers to the meeting room. They want 70% of our fleet for these exercises, he told them. That means leaving Earth with almost no protection. Captain Lisa Ward studied the star charts. The Kepler system is far from any council worlds. Why train there? Because it's far from everything, said Captain Dan Wells, including help if something goes wrong. Jake nodded. Dan Wells had been an intelligence officer before becoming a ship captain. He understood how enemies thought. I don't like it, Jake said. But if we refuse, they'll say we're not cooperating. On Earth, General Rick Stone paced in his office. The request made no sense. Why take most of Earth's fleet so far away for training? He called Dr. Ryan Cross. Ryan, I need you to check something. Are there any alien ships moving toward our colonies? Ryan ran his sensors across space. What he found made him sick. Rick, there are Xanthari fleets near 3 of our colonies. Vorthon ships are moving toward the trade routes. And the Kalians have positioned themselves between Earth and our mining stations. How many ships? More than we've ever seen before. This isn't training. This is preparation for war. General Stone immediately called President Mitchell. Madam President, we cannot send our fleet to Kepler. It's a trap. But the decision was not his to make. The Senate met in emergency session. Senator Williams led the peace party. We must show the council we trust them, he said. If we refuse this invitation, we prove we are the aggressive ones. Senator Davis disagreed. General Stone says it's dangerous. We should listen to our military leaders. The vote was close, but the peace party won. Earth would send its fleet to the training exercises. Admiral Morrison received his orders with a heavy heart. He would take 42 ships to Kepler, leaving only 15 to guard Earth and the colonies. I have a bad feeling about this, Lisa Ward said as they prepared to leave. So do I, Jake replied. But we have our orders. Before leaving,